Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this meeting of the Inner East Community Committee. My name is Councillor Asghar Ali, and I will be chairing today's meeting. The Inner East Community Committee covers the Bermontoffs and Richmond Hill, Gipton and Hare Hills, Killingbeck and Seacroft and Roundhay wards. It is a committee where ward councillors have an opportunity to discuss and make decisions about services and priorities for the local area, and also consider funding applications for local community projects and youth activities. Could I remind everyone that today's meeting is being live streamed on the Leeds City Council Tube channel so that the public can observe the meeting without needing to be present. Could I now invite members of the officers to introduce themselves and mute your microphone? You have introduced yourself. If we could start from my left, please.
Thanks, Chair. Hi, everyone. I'm Natasha and I'm the clerk to this meeting.
Hi, everybody. Councillor Katie Dye, Killingbeck and Seacroft ward.
Good evening, everybody. It's Councillor David Jenkins from Killingbeck and Seacroft ward.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Councillor Ankila Manaka for Bermontoffs and Richmond Hill.
Hi everyone, Councillor Asghar Khan, Councillor for Bermontoffs and Richmond Hill ward.
Councillor Luke Farley, Bermontoffs and Richmond Hill ward.
Councillor Martin Ali, Gipton and Hare Hills.
Good evening, everyone. Councillor Lisa Martin, Roundhay ward.
Good evening, Councillor Jordan Bowden, Roundhay ward.
Evening all and welcome to the new incoming chair. I'm Councillor Salma Arif. I am one of the councillors of Gipton and Hare Hills.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kathleen Johnston. I'm Councillor for Roundhay ward.
Good evening. My name is Councillor David Dresser, Killingbeck and Seacroft ward.
Stuart Byrne, Communities team of Leeds City Council.
Hi everyone, I'm Robbie Hawley. I'm also from the Communities team at Leeds City Council.
Can the clerk please run through agenda items 1 to 5, please?
Thanks, Chair. Agenda item 1, there's no appeals. Agenda item 2, no exempt items. Agenda item 3, members have received a late item today seeking an appointment to the Pride in Place Neighbourhood Improvement Board. This is due to General Purposes Committee meeting held 2 days ago, where it was agreed that this outside body appointment would be determined by the Community Committee. Additionally, supplementary information has been published ahead of the meeting in relation to agenda item 14, and this just sets out some funding applications to be considered. Agenda item 4, members to declare any interests at this point. And we've got no apologies, Chair.
Thank you, Tasha. Item 6, minutes of the previous meeting held on the 26th of March 2026. Can members accept these as due record of the meeting, and can we have a proposer and a seconder, please? Thank you, Councillor Farley. Thank you, Councillor Dye. Item 7 is the open forum. Do we have anybody? At the discretion of the Chair, a period of up to 10 minutes may be allocated at each ordinary meeting for members of the public to make representations or to ask questions on matters within the terms of reference of the Community Committee. No member of the public shall speak for more than 3 minutes in the open forum, except by permission of the Chair. Are there any members of the public wishing to speak? And I've just been informed by Robbie that there is nobody here today. If you could move on to agenda item number 8, Chair's role and profile. Robbie to present.
Thank you, Chair. So members of the committee are asked to note the Chair's role profile, which was agreed following the Community Committee review last year. Also on agenda item number 9, there is the Champions role profile. So members are asked to note those for the 4 Champions themes, which members are also asked to note. If there's no questions on that, I will move on to the next agenda item, which is the appointment to the delivery groups and to the champions. So if we could, that's on page 31. If we could appoint the champions first, and then a member from each ward onto each delivery group. So I'll start with the champion for children's services. Do we have a nomination?
Sorry, Chair.
Yes, of course.
Could I nominate Councillor Manaka?
Thank you. And can I ask for a representative from each of the wards, excluding Bermontoft and Richmond Hill, which Councillor Manaka will represent? So I'll start with Gipton and Hare Hills.
Sorry. Councillor Morton. That's fine. Sorry, man.
We've got Councillor Martinelli for that.
Yeah, happy to support Councillor Manaka. What was the question?
One person from each ward
Also be on the committee.
That's fine.
Lovely, thank you. So the next ward is Killinbeck and Seacroft.
I'm happy to continue if people are in agreement.
And last but not least, a member from the Roundhay ward, please. Member from Councillor Martin, thank you. Thank you, so we'll move on.
Did you get a volunteer from Gipton and Hare Hills?
I believe that's yourself, isn't it?
I was just trying to second Councillor Manaka.
You've nominated yourself now.
Lovely, if we're happy with that, we'll move on to the health, wellbeing and adult social care. So we could have a champion appointment for that role, please. Councillor Bowden will continue to do that. Thank you very much. And we will ask for a member from Bermontoft and Richmond Hill, please. Councillor Manaka, thank you. And next, a member from Gipton and Hare Hills, please.
Do you want to do it? Do you want? No, honestly. That's fine.
So we've got Councillor Asghar Ali and a member from Killinbeck and Seacroft.
I'd nominate David to continue.
Thank you, Councillor Jenkins. And on to community safety. So can we please appoint a champion for the role of community safety champion?
Yeah.
Councillor Reif.
Yeah.
Lovely. And can we have a member from Bermontoft and Richmond Hill, which is Councillor Khan? Thank you. A member from Killinbeck and Seacroft.
Again, I'm happy for David to continue with it.
Thank you. And finally, a member from Roundhay, please. Councillor Johnston, thank you. Thank you. And finally, we have the environment delivery group. Can we have the champion is Councillor?
No. Chair, can I propose Councillor Farley to be the champion for the Inner East Environment subgroup?
Thank you, Councillor Farley as champion. And can I have a member from Gipton and Hare Hills to sit on the delivery group?
I did it last time, to be honest with you. Salma, Martin, either one of you want to do it? Yes. If not, then I will carry on.
Councillor Asghar Ali, thank you. And a member from Killinbeck and Seacroft, please.
I would like to continue with that if people are in agreement.
Thank you. And finally, a member from Roundhay, please. Councillor Bowden, thank you very much. That concludes those appointments. So moving on to agenda item 11, members are asked to note the Co-op T member role profile. Again, that was approved following the committee review last year. If there's No questions on that. We'll move on to agenda item 12 and I'll pass over to Tasha.
Thanks, Robbie. So this one's starting on page 37 of your agenda pack, and the report sets out the proposed outside body appointments for the 2026-27 municipal year for the committee's determination. Members are asked to review the appointments listed at paragraph 6 of the report. What I'm going to propose to do is just go through them one by one, if that's all right, just so we can cover these all off. So I guess it's up to you to decide whether you want to continue with a current appointee or whether the committee wishes to seek another nomination. So there is some that you'll see need filling. There's some vacancies within the report. So we'll start with Chapeltown Citizens Advice Bureau. That's currently...
Thank you, Tasha. So I've come to end of my 3 years term, and I would like to ask somebody else to actually take this up. So Councillor Jenkins used to work for Citizens Advice Bureau, and I think he would bring a wealth of knowledge to this post. So he has asked if he could be nominated, and I would like to nominate him if that's possible, please.
Okay, accept.
Thank you. So we'll move on to the Richmond Hill Elderly Action. It's currently Councillor Monarca.
I'll second that.
Thank you. So moving on to the Community Action for Round 8 Elderly. There's currently a vacancy on this one. So I just need a nomination. Thank you. So just for the record, it's Councillor Johnston for that one. Thank you. And then moving on to the cluster appointments. So we'll start with the Together cluster. That's Councillor Asghar Ali currently. Happy to sit on that one. There's no objections. No, thank you. And then moving on to the ARM cluster. So we're seeking a round A representative for this one. There's Councillor Martin. Thank you. No objection. And then just moving on to the Inner East cluster, so you'll see that I've just put an asterisk next to this one. So we have been informed that they are ceasing to operate at the end of the academic year. So I guess it's up to members to decide whether you want to appoint to this one or just not appoint to it. We currently have Councillor Khan and Councillor Ali on this one.
Okay. Councillor Khan?
Thank you, Natasha. I think we should appoint somebody till it exists anyways. Yeah.
So I will remain on it.
Yeah, I'm up to carry on, yeah.
Yeah, cool, thank you. And then the Seacroft Manston cluster, currently Councillor Jenkins. Thank you. And then moving on to the local care partnerships. So we'll start with the Inner East one, wards affecting Seacroft and York Road. So currently we have Councillor David Jenkins and Councillor Khan. Both happy to stay on there, thank you. And then moving on to the Hatch, so Inner East wards affected, Hare Hills and Bermontoffs and Richmond Hill. We currently have Councillors Monarca and Ali. Yeah, no objections there, thank you. And then we do have a vacancy for the Central cluster. So we'll be seeking a round A member for this one. Councillor Bowden, thank you. And then just moving on to the Corporate Parenting Board. Councillor Monarca, you're currently on this. Yes. Are all of the members? Yeah, cool. Thank you. Yeah, and then that's me done. Thank you.
Late item, appointment of elected member representation on the newly created Seacroft and North and Monkswood Pride in Place Programme Improvement Board. Could I ask Stuart to present the item, please?
Thanks, Councillor Ali. Yes, apologies for the late item, but this was only approved, I think it was actually yesterday, by GPC. What it's looking for is one of the Killinbeck and Seacroft members to be appointed as a council representative, as the accountable body for the Pride in Place funds, to the newly, or the board that's about to be convened for the Pride in Place area. Currently we're looking for one councillor. However, some boards have decided to have more than one councillor on their Pride in Place board, so we may come back it's within the gift of the board to determine how many councillors, but there will be at least one, given the fact that it is a role to represent the accountable body. So we're looking for a Killenbeck and Seacroft nomination.
I would like to nominate Councillor Jenkins.
Happy to second, Chair.
Agenda item number 13, Inner East Community Committee Forward Plan 25-26. Robbie.
Thank you. So members are asked to note the forward plan. Following the conclusion of this meeting, I will be in contact with all the champions to set their priorities for the upcoming municipal year. Once that's took place, we'll report back to the committee.
Do members wish to ask any questions, any of the members? No? No?
Thank you, Chair. So moving on to agenda item 14, which is the finance report. So on page 61 of the report, under funding decisions at point 14, members are asked to review the minimum conditions, which are set for a decision to be made by an officer outside of the meeting. Are members happy to continue with the existing minimum conditions?
Yeah.
Thank you. So I'll move on to page 62. Members are asked to note in table 1 the wellbeing revenue income for this financial year. On to point 21, there's a ring fence to be set, point 23, which is for community engagement. So that's £1,900, and the split's contained within the report for all wards. Members happy to approve?
Yes.
Thank you. The next ring fence is £2,000 for tasking, and that's split £1,000 for Bermondsey and Richmond Hill and £1,000 for Gipton and Hare Hills.
Yeah, happy to agree, but just I suppose to make evident at this point is if tasking doesn't get used, then the funding goes back into our pots. That's right, isn't it?
That's correct, Councillor. Thank you. So the next ring fence proposal is £4,000 for Gipton and Hare Hills to support bonfire night diversionary activities. Thank you. And the final wellbeing ring fence is also for Gipton and Hare Hills, £4,000 to support Christmas events.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. So on to the wellbeing grant funding applications for consideration. The first is for Breeze in the Park, which is £3,850 for the Roundhay ward. Let's have it. Thank you. The next application for consideration is the Thrive Well project, which is £10,098.40 for the Gipton and Hare Hills ward. Councillor Reeve.
Thanks, Chair. Yeah, absolutely happy to support these guys. However, we've got in access in Gipton Hare Hills £52,000 worth of applications just for this community committee. It's the start of the financial municipal year, so we've just got to be really careful in terms of how we carry on with the rest of the year. I have spoken to the organisation and I'm trying to get them some support from public health and other external funding. So I would suggest we can fund them 5,000, please, and then work with them to get some external funding from public health and other sources. But otherwise, happy to support, but just not the 10,000 because of the financial position we're in.
Councillor Martin, do you want to come in?
Yeah. Okay, thank you. The next application for consideration is Understanding School and the NHS for EAL families. That's £1,918.20 from Gipton and Hare Hills.
Selma, do you want to come in?
So yeah, we've again done a little bit of digging on this one, and we think that this particular application is better suited actually to go via public health. In terms of what they're trying to achieve, and so we're actually going to be in touch with the organisation to see if they can get that support. I believe they've asked another community committee for similar money, and their view was exactly the same. So no, but direct them to public health.
Thank you, Councillor. Agreement. Yeah. Okay, so moving on to the Watton Centre, that's for £3,000 from Gipton and Hare Hills again.
Happy to support that, Robbie.
Thank you. Moving on to the Round Day Christmas lights, £7,830 for the Round Day ward. Thank you. So moving on to Gipton and Hare Hills Christmas lights, that's £12,852 from Gipton and Hare Hills.
We happy, guys? Yeah.
Thank you. So moving on to the youth activities budget position, members are asked to note the YAF budget that's been approved for this financial year. And moving on to point 36, which is the YAF grant funding applications for consideration. The first of which is the Sunday Weekly Youth Club, which is £8,840 for Gipton and Hare Hills.
So if you look at our YAF funding, we have been allocated 21,000. So again, bearing that in mind and wanting to stretch our budgets and being fair to everybody, I think we'd like to support this project, but with £5,000, if that's okay.
Everybody happy with that? Yeah.
Let's second that. Councillor Martin, is that okay? Yeah.
Thank you. On to the next application, which is the 4-week summer camp, which is £5,940, also for Gipton and Hare Hills.
Robbie, we've had a look at this. As you can see, the agenda number item 38, the Inner East holiday provision, which all 4 wards actually contribute to this. So there's a provision already running by Leeds Youth Services within the wards. So we've had a look at it once again from finances point of view, and we've agreed to support the 4-week summer camp for £2,000. So £2,000, yeah. Do you want to come in, Martin?
Yeah, there was a little discrepancy on their application form as well. The figures didn't quite tie in. I'll tell you what they are. So on the summer, they put down 2,160 for rental, but the calculation actually works out to 1,920. So there's a bit of a discrepancy in terms of how they on the figures. So I just want to be double checking that, please.
Thank you, Councillor. I'll take that away and liaise with the organisation to come back and clarify the exact rent cost on that. Can I just confirm a decision on that? Are you happy to fund? Yep. And then I'll come back on the answer. Okay, so 2,000. Thank you. Moving on to the next application for funding, which is the Inner East holiday provision. So this is £6,447.12 for all 4 wards with an even split. Thank you. The next application for funding is the Round Day football sessions, who've asked for £1,400 from Round Day. Thank you. Moving on to the Gipton and Hare Hills Bilal Centre provision, £7,000 for Gipton and Hare Hills.
So again, just for fairness, with 5,000 for Nanu, 5,000 to Junior Sports Hub, I think we should give 5,000 to this application. But what I have asked is, because we've got a decent amount of coverage at Junior Sports Hub, I think we would like to direct some of this activity in 2 other areas, in Gipton, but also down at Bangladesh Centre. So we did meet earlier with the earlier today. So I just think that we're supporting it, but we would like to shift some of that work happening, particularly the detached work, on the back of intel from residents. That we'd like to do that further down at Bangladesh and Bankside area, please. But happy to support them with 5,000, with a caveat that more happens in the other part of this ward, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor.
Second that.
Thank you.
Martin? Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. So moving on to the next application, which is the Cross Green Healthy Holidays, which is £4,000 from Bermontoft and Richmond Hill Ward. Agreed. Thank you. The next application is for the Inner East Youth Summit, which is £3,000, which is £750 per ward. Very happy. Thank you. Thank you. Moving on to the capital budget, and in table 3 I have got an amendment to the minute on the Bermontoft and Richmond Hill starting total for this year. That should read 11,971.77, not 12,000, so that is £1,000 over. If that could be minuted, apologies for that. Moving on to the applications for consideration, we have a Dib Lane bench, which is 2,200, and a split between Killinbeck and Seacroft and Roundhay is contained within the report.
I'm against.
David?
I'm against spending
That's fine, but you'll have to wait.
Yeah.
David, could you switch off the microphone, please? You'll have to wait your turn. So if you come back to me, okay? Councillor Dye?
Thank you. Well, I just wanted to say two things on this one. First of all, it was really good to be able to put this project together, because it was something that had been requested by residents who said a lot of elderly residents using the shops at Dib Lane struggled, and she'd noticed that she was looking around at that green space and thought, wouldn't it be good if there was a bench there? So it's great to respond to that. But secondly, really pleased, Roundhay, that you've said that you'll come in on this, because it isn't in your ward. So it's very generous of you, so thank you.
David, Councillor Dresser, you're more than welcome to come in.
I just think £2,200 for a bench is excessive, and that's my view. And whether it's needed or not, I can't see whether £2,200 is getting spent. So I'm against it on the basis that I don't think that is good use of money.
So, comrades, we have split decisions. So, if we would like to take a vote,
yeah, just to quickly say, we when it came to us, we were more than happy to support it, because it might be on the border, it might be in Seacroft, but ultimately we know our residents go over to that shop, and so they'll be benefiting from it. So, we're more than happy to support, people being able to relax in the sun in a nice green space.
once again, as I said, it's a split decision, so we would like comrades to, as a committee, to vote on this, please, if that's possible. All those for? Could we record that, please? All those against? And any abstentions? No, that is carried.
Thank you, Chair. So we'll move on to the Community Infrastructure Levy budget. Members are asked to note the starting totals for this financial year listed in Table 4. Then I'll move on to the applications for consideration. The first of which is the Welcome to Seacroft signs, which is £528 for Killinbeck and Seacroft.
Thank you, Robbie. Yep, happy to support this. It's another one that's been a long time coming, but I think you were investigating the situation with the insurance, because it was a car that had destroyed the signs in the first place, and whether we could recover any of that would be worth finding out. But I am happy to support it.
Thank you. I have asked the question. I've not had a response back on that yet, but I will follow up on that.
I would support this as well. I mean, it does seem very sad that somebody drives a Porsche into the sign and knocks it out, and we haven't had any support from the police really to recover the costs of that incident. So we're having to do it ourselves. Really, it's in a prominent place, so just outside Tesco's. So it's really important that we do it.
Councillor Dresser?
Again, I'm all for the other things that have been done with the schools and stuff like that, I don't see the need to spend £528 on 2 signs.
Okay, so you're not supporting it now?
No.
Okay, in this case, Councillor Martin.
Can I just ask a question, not directly? Do we have a legal team who can take up cases like this to recover from the insurance?
I will find out. I think initially it should get reported through to us. Who follows up on that, I will find out and come back to you.
Thank you.
Just on the back of Councillor Ali's question, I wonder if you can defer releasing the money until such a point as you know whether or not it can be covered by insurance.
Councillor Dye, do you want to come in?
Yeah, I would be happy with that as a suggestion. I know it's been going on for a long time, but I guess that's probably a reason for me not to be in any rush on it. So, yeah, I would be happy with that.
Councillor Dye, there's no pressure. So if you decide that you want to have this approved, you can then decide once it's approved whether you want to go ahead with it or you don't. So you have that flexibility rather than deferring. So if you would like to go ahead with it today and then decide what you want to do, that's up to you. It gives you an option, okay? But we could take a vote on that now if you want to.
So just for clarity, we can vote that we would approve the project, but not spend until Robbie's investigated the situation. Is that the situation?
I mean, you could approve in principle pending the insurance claim, providing that the relevant service comes back and says that it can't be claimed through insurance. If you put that stipulation on, then you could fund it that way, if you wish to do so.
Yeah, that seems very sensible to me. I'm happy with that proposal.
Yeah.
I suppose the other way around would be to claim the money back. If you do it now, can you then get the money back from insurance into your budget?
Good question. I don't know the answers to that. I think I'd like to find out the answers if we can claim back first. Obviously, once I have that information, I'll then inform members of that process and then go from there.
Right, guys, so project 48, welcome to Seacroft sign. All those in favour? Councillor Khan? Yeah. All those against? Any abstentions? And that is carried.
Thank you, Chair. Moving on to the next application, which is for the Bermatofts and Richmond Hill lights, 2,940 for Bermatofts and Richmond Hill. Thank you. The next application for funding is the Beechwood School bollards, which is £4,492 for Killingbeck and Seacroft.
Thank you. Yeah, just for information, this is another one that has been going on for, oh, goodness me, 10 years, says Councillor Jenkins, an awful long time. And it's been asked for by residents who are having to face the issues with parking around the school at pick-up and drop-off. So we've had site meetings, we've had lots of discussions, and this is where we're at as a sensible solution, I think. So I'm happy to approve that.
I'll second it.
Professor?
Again, I'm happy to prove it to a point, but I'm challenging the fact that it costs £4,492 for 12 bollards, and I can't see that value for money myself.
So do you support the project or not? That's the question.
I support the project, but I don't support the fact that it's costing £4,492.
As I said, Councillor Dresser, neither I or neither you have made the costing, so this is so you're going to abstain. Yep. Guys, so we have project title Beechwood School bollards, number 50 on page 68 for Killingbeck and Seacroft ward. I just would like, we have a split decision, so I would like all members to have a voting on it. All those in favour? Thank you. All those against? Any abstentions? That is carried. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. So we'll move on to the supplementary item, which you should all have on your desk in front of you. So it's a few applications for consideration have been submitted. The first two are applications that have been sent out via the small grants process. As a unanimous decision's not been reached, they've been brought before the committee in line with the minimum conditions. The first of which is the East Leeds Pride event, which is £750 from Killingbeck and Seacroft.
Thank you. So I'm aware of this project. We have spoken to the organisers of the project and I'm fully supportive of it. I think I would just ask you, Robbie, just to make sure that their marketing is really clear across Seacroft so that anybody who is interested in going is aware of the project and able to attend.
A second.
I'm against this on the basis as far as I can see, it's just a social event. I don't see why Leeds City Council is providing money for what is no more than a social event.
Thank you, Councillor Dresser. So we have a supplementary item. Project title is East Leeds Pride, and the amount proposed is £750. We have a split decision once again, so I would ask members to make a vote on this. All those for? Thank you. All those against? Thank you. Any abstentions? That is carried.
Thank you, Chair. So moving on to the next application is the Philippine Cultural Arts Workshop, which is £810. The split is contained within the report for Birmingham and Richmond Hill, Gipton and Hare Hills, and Killingbeck and Seacroft. Thank you. And last but not least, the application is developing ping pong fun in LS8 and LS9. £5,640, even split between Birmingham and Richmond Hill and Gipton and Hare Hills.
So it's split basically, but if I'm not mistaken, there's 3 sessions happening at Birmingham and Richmond Hill, and 2 at Gipton Hare Hills. On that basis, can we give 2,000, please?
Councillor Martinelli? Yeah.
Thank you. Can I just ask members from Birmingham and Richmond Hill, are you funding the 2,820? Yeah.
We are very positive about this application. Ping Pong Pete does absolutely incredible work, taking kids from LS8, LS9 across the country, absolutely battering private schools at ping pong. Yeah, nothing but respect for his work. We're happy to fund the 2,820, but what we would suggest to him is if he wants to come back with a RERF application to do so for the shortfall.
Lovely, thank you, Chair. Thank you. So members are asked to note that there are no projects that were approved via DDN or any projects declined since the last meeting. And that brings the finance report to a close.
Agenda item 15, date and time of next meeting is Thursday the 10th of September at 6 p.m. The meeting is proposed to take place in the Leeds Civic Hall room 6 and 7, and I wish you all guys a safe journey home. Thank you for everybody.